This one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
0. White. Hey, left. 5-4. Hey, I'm going to go load it.
Rivers now on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing is Rodgers. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
Zoom. Yeah, Liz.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Sliding out of the pocket. And Jeffrey's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find a completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Jump out! Hey, 626! Jump!
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 14-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know what the rule is. First guy hold up the runner. Everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
0. Brown. 0. 0. White. Yeah, Rocket. Hey, 79. 79.
Now Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On is the punter King to send it away. Take it at the 37. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Broncos football.
All right. Run. Inside. Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
On 1st down, Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
Hey, go orange.
2nd down, Rivers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Chidobe Awuzie there to make the play in coverage. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd down, that's Lindsey. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, where y'all going? Hey, check 26.
To throw, it's Rodgers. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think
in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
3rd and goal they decided to throw for, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now Rodgers. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now. How
about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, go orange. Orange. 5-4.
A second down throw for Rivers. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. On 1st and 10, Rivers. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're good.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Von Miller in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
0. Left. 12. Load it. Hey. Keep it skinny.
Throwing, Rivers. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Von Miller in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's Marquette King now as he's on to punt for Oakland. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. So the Broncos coming out now. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. This is Booker on the dump off. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Rodgers now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. Over the middle, it's complete. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On play action. Now Rodgers. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. A safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford any more at this point. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26. Hey, check 26.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hey, check 26. Got
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I'll go over here.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. And this one is incomplete. So we're at halftime here in Denver. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Jump out! Zoom.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Jeffrey with a catch left side.
Let's go.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game.
And caught by Sanders. Touchdown Broncos. Emmanuel Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. Now McManus on to kick this one off. On the return is Jordan Lewis. Oh, spinning away. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They just yielded a touchdown on the other end. Now they'll be trying to answer the bell and get a score of their own.
It's their opportunity to match. Can they do exactly what they just saw happen to them? Go down the field and score a touchdown. And to me, the best way to do it, look at your play sheet coordinator and call plays for guys that make the best plays for you. Go to the guys that you know can get the ball down to the end zone.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Rivers now on 2nd down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13.
We got 4. Keep it skinny. 12. Hey, left. Hey, 79.
Rivers. He finds Corey Davis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Let's go. Kill. 5-4.
Rivers now to throw on first down. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, a 22. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey. 12. Hey, go orange. White. 12.
They'll throw again. Rivers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Left.
Again, it's Rivers. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. In for the score. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
We are going. Back's mine.
Rodgers to throw on second down. Flush to his right. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he stopped immediately there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because...
That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos add on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And here's Lewis. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Okay. 4.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been... Welcome back now to Denver. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth.
Hey, go orange. Orange. 5-4.
Second down, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey!
Third and long for Rivers. And Davis has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The result, a first down as a quick slant gets him 14. Rivers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Throwing Rivers. And that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, left. Hey, I'm going to go load it.
On second down, Rivers again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Load it. Hey, left.
Throwing on third and long. Rivers. And the pressure gets to him again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, first and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Broncos on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
4 down. Zoom. Hey, check 26.
Here's Rodgers. And Jeffrey's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. On first down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now McManus for the extra point. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. Now a handoff looking right. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards on the ground. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Left. Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
From the red zone now, Rivers. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Hurry up. Twelve.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is caught. It's Cooper. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
All right. Hey, go orange.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on 4th and goal.
Buffalo wall. Alpha! Hey, Delta!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
We are going.
Rodgers looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think